Hello, I'm Dr. Ruthie, sexuality educator and relationship expert, and thanks to Funwares, I'm here with this educational video by your special request. And you have been submitting different questions that you would like answered in these videos over at funwares.com, and I am here to answer as many as I can get to. This one comes in, I'd love to see a video featuring the female condom, as I know it was semi-recently revamped, and it's a topic that doesn't seem to get much attention. And so this is a phenomenal question that I'm very pleased to answer. And I have handy here one of the new female condoms. We open the package just to test it out a little bit and all that good stuff, but I'm here to show you how it works. So female condoms have been around for quite a few years. They are proven to be very effective, especially when used correctly, which requires some practice. Even the folks at the manufacturer's website say you should practice it 2 or 3 times by yourself first, ladies, before you go ahead and try and use it in the moment with a partner. And that is because it's just something that we're not used to doing very often, and that it's a wonderful product. It is slightly less effective than a male condom, but it is far more effective than using nothing at all or pulling out or some sort of imaginary thing that you heard at the lunchroom in high school and hope actually works, but frankly doesn't. So let's talk about the female condom and what makes it different. You have your female condom, you've checked the expiration date to make sure it's still good, you've read all the literature. We pull it out, and it's lubricated inside and out. You can see it's all shiny, and it's got this ring that's built in on the top. We can't remove it. And it's got another little ring here on the inside. There, you can see it. And I'll pull it out so you can see, because this ring is loose and detached. So what makes the female condom different this time around, because this is the second version. Here's the little ring inside, but we leave it in there, just as it was. Actually, the design is exactly the same. What is different is the material that it's made out of. Now it's a synthetic nitrile, and the reason they changed this was to make it more affordable, because these are more expensive than male condoms. And so they're hoping that that will help make these more accessible to folks. The design is just the same as it always was. One of the great advantages with a female condom is that, ladies, it puts the condom control in your hands, in your vagina. So it's not up to the guy to put on the condom and use it incorrectly. Ladies, it's up to you, and hopefully your partner will give you wonderful feedback in its usage as well. This is a product just like the male condom, but even more so, that I recommend using additional lubricant with, a water-based lubricant. It comes pre-lubed inside and out. My fingers are all shiny from the stuff now, and you can see it on the product. But we're going to see that it's very important to put lubricant inside the female condom in order to keep it working well. Okay, how do we use it? I showed you that ring a second ago, and it's right in here in the end. What we're going to do is make sure that this isn't twisted up at all, and we're going to go ahead and pinch it and let it slide into a figure 8. So don't take out the ring from your female condom, unless you're going to stick it right back in again. But basically what that looks like inside is I pinched it and kind of gave it a little twist, so it makes a figure 8. Just pinch, and it's just going to kind of twist automatically. So the ring is inside. Now you see the sneak peek of what that twisting looks like, but we're pinching it shut inside the condom. So it comes like this. You pinch it, now you know what's happening in there, and you just go ahead and holding on to it, it's firm. It's firm like this. It wants to, move into the vagina. That's where it wants to go. So this is your vagina, right? And what you're basically just going to do is push it inside like this, and because it's twisted in the figure 8, it's a lot easier to push in than if it were some sort of big open circle. So we're pushing and pushing and pushing, and it's going into the vagina, and we're going to keep on inserting the female condom and pushing it in until it's pretty much all the way in there. Then you're going to go ahead and take a finger or two, nice and lubricated, and put them inside the condom just to make sure that that really is all the way in there. So the ring has moved past the pubic bone. The plastic ring doesn't feel like it's going to come out of your vagina on its own. And it's back in there, so it's covering the cervix, which is the opening to the uterus, which is what we want covered so the sperm can't get in there and make a baby. So you've put your fingers inside to kind of make sure it's in there all nice. Or your partner, if you have a wonderful partner who is a good person to help you out with this. Now look, this outside ring, the part that's attached, is hanging outside of the vagina, and there's like an inch or two out here, and that is perfectly fine. Because ladies, when you're penetrated by a penis, if you are, then your vagina will stretch inside. So once your male partner penetrates into here, some of this extra stuff is going to kind of go in as the vagina stretches downward. But this ring is always going to stay on the outside and cover the outside area. Now, ladies, I've talked a lot about how to give you some extra pleasure. You want somebody's finger down there rubbing your clitoris and things like that. And that is a great hand to have down there to just kind of make sure that this stays on the outside. Now, remember how I talked about extra lube earlier? We want to put that lube on the inside of the female condom so that as your partner is penetrating you and you're having sex, it doesn't, you know, kind of push the ring inside with too much friction. With lots of good lubricant, the ring will stay out here. You can stop to check it every once in a while, or just take her and sneak in a hand down there. Whoop, everything's fine. You know, make sure that when your partner pulls out and pushes back in, that they don't accidentally push to the side and in the vagina. You want to make sure they're inside the condom here. I've been hearing women lately who really like this material that this is made out of, and they're saying really positive things about the female condom. I've been hearing guys say wonderful things about this, especially men who find the latex of the condoms to be uncomfortable. Either partner who has a skin reaction to latex and they can't use it, because remember, this isn't made out of latex. Guys who can find condoms to be too tight or too loose and they're having trouble with sizing issues. Or guys who have less sensitive penises and find that putting the condom on dull sensation and have trouble keeping an erection. This can be a wonderful thing. But some people just like it in general, and women can take charge of it. Also, ladies, you can insert this up to 8 hours before intercourse. I wouldn't be, you know, trying to jog and run errands with this thing in, but you can put it in ahead of time and have lots of romance and touching and things like that. And then it's there and ready when it's time for penetration instead of trying to put it in right in the moment before. Or you will have practiced, whether you're doing it ahead of time or not. Remember, practice 2 or 3 times, or you can just put it in right beforehand. That's fine too, adding lots of lubricant when it's time for penetration. When you're done, you or your partner will take this ring that's still outside the vagina, so you can still see it outside, and put up a little bit and just give it a few twists like that. Why are we twisting it? We're twisting it to make sure that the semen, the ejaculate, stays inside. Once it's twisted, we simply pull it right out. Boop. And go ahead and, you know, be polite and tie that into a little knot, and then toss it in the garbage can. Do not toss it in the toilet, or the plumber will find out what you've been up to when they come to unclog your toilet. That is how to use the female condom. It's a wonderful item. I hope that it catches on and increases and continues to increase in popularity. It's a great thing for ladies. You cannot use it with a male condom, the kind we're used to seeing. So you got to pick one or the other, folks. You can't use them both together because they rub on each other and cause friction problems. Remember to have that extra water-based lube handy and a little something to wipe your shiny lubey fingers off from afterwards, as you would want anyway. I'm Dr. Ruthie. I'm so glad that one of you submitted a question on the female condom, and I will see you on the next funwares.com educational video. Thanks a bunch.